Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream this evening. We don't have any music. Ali, are you going to play music under this?
No, not for this bit.
Okay.
Surely not for this bit.
With a flawless
Sweet.
start. So, hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to this Dungeons and Dragons stream. We are full professional science communicators, and we're going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. As you can tell, highly professional production that's going on right now.
Professional.
You obviously know who I am. If you've watched this Twitch channel before, I am Simon, and I stream all manner of stuff. This is a bit different to what we had over the past couple of days, but I'm joined by some of my friends. We play D&D in our spare time, and, well, this is our campaign together. But can Emily, would you just like to quickly introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Emily. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm a science video producer for New Scientist by day, and I DM a game with these guys by night, I guess. We'll go with that.
I mean, it is by night, to be fair.
It is by night. It is almost always at night time, so
yeah,
just less creepy than that sounds.
Shamini?
That's all I've got.
That was great. Hi, I'm Shamini. I use she, her pronouns, and I also make films about science because there's going to be a common theme here, and play lots of D&D. Just not to be too repetitive there. Yeah, and other RPGs.
And what I should point out is that for people who are subscribing or donating or whatever you like in the chat today, we're not going to be looking at chat whilst we're playing. We will be interacting with you guys afterwards. So the way that we imagine this is going to go is we're going to have probably about 3 hours, we think, of gameplay. We're going to take a break in the middle of that, and we actually have some programming lined up for you. Actual videos, not my kind of janky programming.
Content.
In that break, we're going to talk about some of the science of the show. So after that has happened, after 3 hours, we're then going to have a bonus action round where we're going to talk about some of the science that we've encountered and hear what you guys have to say in the, what was that?
Section.
Also,
we have names for everything.
We have too many names.
We are aware that there is a slight delay with the video. That is because of how we're running things through Discord. This is a work in progress. Hopefully, we'll be able to fix that as they go on. But yes, with all of that said, if you are kind enough to donate or subscribe, that gets split between a lot of us. But we'll acknowledge that at the end of the show. I think that basically just leaves me to say, who are you, mysterious stranger in the top left?
Hello, mysteriously. I'm Ali. I mysteriously do exactly the same thing that everyone else does.
Hashtag diversity.
We're all individual people.
Yeah. God, yeah. Hashtag diversity, as you can see. Anyway, so I'm going to DM this game. And it's been a long work in progress. God, it's been gestating. Welcome to the birth. So strap in and let's do this.
And let's watch the intro for this series, which was illustrated for us. So professional. Let's watch the intro that was illustrated for us by the wonderful Calamity Cast, who is in chat. You may have seen the teaser that we've already put out on socials, but welcome everybody to RPGeeks, Dungeons and Dragons and Science with this intro. Okay.
Oh, it's so good. Okay. Well, our tale takes place far, far in the future. Now, long ago, humanity left its old, broken home, and it stretched out into the galaxy. We flung colony ships into the blackness, on voyages taking centuries to colonize new planets, new systems. We had to adapt changed, modified our bodies and our minds to survive on whichever world we found ourselves. And as we reached further, we met others. Alien cultures that could rival or even exceed our own. And so, the Alliance was formed, with the Armada as its shield, to protect our young civilization from the monsters of the void. We find ourselves on the edge of Alliance space, on the planet Braxigantu, a wild, bountiful place, the jewel of the Quell Earth Beta stars system. It's 200 years travel from the central systems. So this far out, the Alliance's iron grip is weakened. Tensions bubble beneath the surface. Power ebbs and flows. Knives wait in the shadows. The year is 278C. 278 orbits since colonization. And Braxigantu has grown into a hub of wealth and trade and intrigue. But our story doesn't begin there. It begins in the foothills of the Muginshi Mountains, beyond the crater rim, on the outskirts of colony Val 25D0. Simon.
Yes.
You have to go first this time.
No, I'm still taking notes. I feel like I'm in a lecture.
Ali definitely told us all of that before, and we've all just been sat there going, what are the names again? Oh, God.
You've no one to blame but yourselves. The reading was there. Simon, your leg hurts. You run your hand up and down the long purple bruise across your calf. The flesh is weak. You look across at the other passengers, pit workers, augmented for the job, heathens. You scan the faces, no one you recognize, and no one interested in you. For the first time in a while, you breathe easier. The shuttle judders onto the ground, and the automatic safety harnesses unravel from your chest. What do you do?
Has the gangplank lowered? Like, can I see out of the shuttle?
No. So, roll a perception check.
First roll of the campaign.
First roll.
Come on, Simon.
Maybe.
Natural one.
Now, if our last one shot is anything to go by, this is going to go swimmingly. Okay. Oh, perception is... I got a 14.
Okay. So you look around you. The first thing you notice is that everyone here seems to have some sort of cybernetic enhancement. You can see muscular, shorter, but heavily built people sporting metallic legs with huge grasping chokehold sections at the bottom of them. You can see people with drill bits coming out of their arms, and you can even see people who've had extra limbs added and modded into their skeletons. You sometimes see the flash of exoskeletons as people bustle past you, pushing their way out. The direction that they're going, you do see light, and you can see that a large entryway has opened up there. It's a huge space, cavernous. There's clangs, dongs echoing all around, and you hear the sound of engines, really large engines coming in towards into the space.
That sounds like home. Oh, I'm gonna go towards those noises down the corridor.
Okay, you walk down the corridor and you see that most of the space is actually fenced off from you. So there's a strong steel grating, and on the other side you can see these sort of silos. So they're kind of dump sections, and next to them is a sort of roadway, a metallic pathway, and coming up onto those paths are these vast trucks, huge wheels, 10, 12 feet high. And on top of the cabs, you can just about see inside more of these mechanized people driving these trucks. But you can't reach them.
Can I see any of the Gunka guards around?
Make a perception check.
Oh, no. 6.
There's a lot of people. So it's a hustle and the bustle. You don't see anything?
Oh, well, I guess there's nothing there. It's probably perfectly fine. Okay, so I need to kind of get away from all of these people. Is there an exit route that I can see in front of me?
You see all the people drifting out towards this sort of the light, the doorway. But it's a long path. I mean, the inside of this shuttle, it's about 50, 75 feet to get there. And as you walk down towards this exit to get a closer look, you see that in the entranceway, little stalls have sprung up. There's what looks like travelling merchants of calling out, shouting, "Come get your components! Come and get them here! If we get anything you like, we can steal it, we can make it, whatever you need. Luxury items, handcrafted in Threbix, hand stolen in Bon Harbour." You hear these voices coming out, and you realise that if you want to leave, you're going to have to go through there.
Why would you make my literal personal nightmare? It's part of this campaign. It's like Fresh as Fair all over again. Okay, I mean, I have everything I need right now. I'm just going to try and kind of slip through unnoticed through I'm not going to make any eye contact with any one of these traders.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Simon's personal hell is a shopping centre.
I cannot communicate how much this is stressing me out. Like, it is... I hate scenarios like this. Right, come on, stealth check, baby. Honestly, Fresh as Fair was like a hell. I felt like a balloon in Bloon's Tower Defense. Right.
It's a great reference.
Oh, God.
I haven't played that for years.
I got a 9. Don't do this to
You're
me.
doing so good.
You pull your cloak round your shoulders, you put up the hood, and you think, I'm probably all right, I'll probably make it through. You dive into the crowd, there's people jostling you, you can smell the thick scent of jet fuel, and mixed with just a tinge of smoke. There's something on fire somewhere, but at least it's far away from you now. You dive into the crowd, just trying to get your way through, head down, and then you feel a hand on your arm. Sir, might I stop you for a second? Ivor Cabrera, lovely to meet you. Now, do I take it from your rather splendid-looking arm that you're a fellow who appreciates the mechanical arts?
I don't really appreciate them so much as...
What?
Oh, could I finish, please? I just started answering your question. I don't appreciate the mechanical arts in the way that you do. I am the mechanical arts. I don't think you have what I'm looking for. No offense.
Oh, but sir, please give me a chance. I'm sure that if you just have a look, and he takes your arm and starts to guide you towards one of the stalls. Now, before he gets there, can I ask you to describe what he sees?
So he sees, and I can show what he sees.
I'm going to.
A relatively tall, pale-faced man with a bald head, with a barcode on the back of his shaved head, in very drab brown robes, Visible underneath the robes on the hands in particular, you can see metal components. Where there used to be flesh, some of it has been replaced by the weakness of the flesh has been replaced by the pristine machine. And around the cowl, around his torso, there is fine chain with a bunch of L-shaped wedges of metal in hexagonal patterns that are clearly of like a huge significance to them.
Oh, sir, I feel like you're really putting it together. That's a wonderful look you got going on there, sir. A wonderful look. Might I just show you some of my wares? Now I see what you might be looking for here. What you might be searching for. Something made to enhance the body proper, if you know what I mean. Now come. And he leads you towards the stall. Do you go?
Of all of the scenarios you could have picked.
It's just someone talking to you. This is going to happen in the campaign, Simon. This is not the
Role-playing games.
Role-playing games, it's a fantasy where I get to live out, like, you know, my happy places. not my personal anxieties that I experience on a daily basis.
This is Ali DMing Simon.
Yeah, true, I forgot. Do you have anything that allows me to go a bit more unnoticed in crowds?
Oh, sir, I thought you'd never ask. What I have for you, if you'll just step this way, is something quite special. And he brings you into a little shaded nook, and you see in front of you machine parts stacked up, old, new, some sparking, all sorts of strange and intricate machinery, some that you recognize and some that seems almost alien to you. Now, sir, allow me to show you this. And we're going to leave you there for just a second.
Oh, God!
Shamani. It's bright in here. The lights are dazzling. You've not been able to sleep since you left, and you can feel a headache coming on. That internal pressure, like your blood is expanding and then shrinking. Most of the passengers are stood up, stretching, walking towards the exit, but you're still slumped forward in your seat, head in your hands. Then, as you hear the deafening rasp of metal on metal, the main gangway opens and the blinding daylight spills into the cargo hold. What would you like to do?
I would like to put my goggles on, but my goggles are also pinned to my wig, so I'm not going to put my goggles on, but imagine that my goggles are on. I just can't be bothered to flap around moving them.
Theatre of the mind, everyone. Theatre of the mind.
Yeah. They're here.
Linkies, so we can all cosplay.
Here, which helps with the light very slightly, but it's ridiculous out there. But yeah, despite the headache, despite the like way too brightness, I'm just so like eager to see like what's out there and what this place looks like. I'm gonna try and like head out.
You see in front of you the same little market that's just sprung up. You see tatty bric-a-brac shops, some selling food, spices, pleasure items, clothes, traders shouting, "Some essence! Just a pinch, mind you, to see you through the day." Throngs of people pushing through. You would have to go through there if you want to leave.
Would I, from your previous description, and sort of like from my background, would I recognize the fact that there's a lot of mining equipment, essentially digging, you know?
Roll an Arcana check.
I'm bad at that.
Ooh, Arcana.
What's Arcana? Oh no, it doesn't matter that I'm bad at that. 17.
You haven't ever seen things like this before, but you do know of them. You've seen them in a way, and you recognize that this kind of heavy machinery that they're sporting is just skirts the boundaries of legal. You wouldn't have ever seen this kind of thing in Gunker. It's far too kind of haphazard and dangerous. But the sheer force required, you would know, to do some of the mining operations up past into the McGinty Mountains needs a particularly heavy kind of equipment.
I am gonna start wandering through, looking at everything that I can, trying to take it all in, and just like amazed.
You see people passing you. They all seem quite short. They're stocky, mainly burly types. They've got some. You see a woman flashes in front of you. She elbows you out of the way. One bionic eye turns to look at you. You see the mechanical iris tighten down, takes you in. She keeps moving. The clank, bang, bang, bang of her foot on the floor. A slim, tall individual. You can't tell. It could be a man. It could be a woman. It could be beyond that. Slides past you and then suddenly is gone into the brightness. You're finding it quite difficult. The sun up here is piercing into your eyes. As you move forward, you feel a hand on your shoulders. And a voice says, "Come on, love." And pulls you in a direction. Do you resist?
No, probably not. I feel like, can I turn and look though?
You can turn and look. You see a tall, tall but wiry individual, cuts across the face. You can see half the nose is gone, and across their arms, you see a few faded but still visible tattoo marks. Roll a history check if you wouldn't mind.
Bad tattoo. That's a 5.
That was such a pleading. Is that
I've
good
never
enough?
seen these.
5? Please, sir.
I have 5.
You've never seen these before, but you can feel the hard grip of the fingers on your arm, and that tells you as much as you need to know, really.
We'll see. Hello?
The individual. You don't hear anything from them. The tall figure pulls you towards a stall, slightly set back from the others, and in there you see a hooded individual standing in front of a smaller, ratty-looking man who's just holding something cupped in his hands and in front of the hooded person's face. As you're brought there, make another perception check.
Not make a first one. Oh, that's not good. That's a 9.
The sound, the clamour, the noise of everybody moving around, the clank, 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 clank of footsteps on the thing, the smell of all the strange spices and the oil that's drifting up over the from the different parts of the market just cloud your senses. All you can feel is this person's hand on your shoulder, and you can see in front of you. Simon, at this point, Ivor Cabrera says, "Perhaps, sir, I could interest you in this." And he stabs you. Roll initiative! You two!
Why did we think anything else would happen? Seriously!
I thought you were joking when you said he stabs you. I was like, haha, Ali, very funny. I was like, actually, he stabs
Are you
you.
trying to make Simon even more afraid
I
of
hate strangers
people?
as it is!
Never talk to anyone, Simon.
They might stab you.
Great!
Wait, so we're all rolling initiative right now. Is that what's happening?
It's just us.
Agoraphobia for everyone.
You two are rolling initiative. While you do that,
I got a 5!
Oh, I was just going to drink my drink.
Bates. Hold up. Actually, I'll just take down the initiatives first. That seems to make sense. So, Shams, what's your initiative? 12. And actually, before I get to you, Bates, sorry.
It's fine.
Charlie,
I'm enjoying this.
Would you like to explain what everybody sees when they look at you? Either Cabrera.
Which one? Oh, who is? What is happening? That was the. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah. So she is relatively like standard humanoid. Slightly pointy ears, white hair, in two bunches, goggles, blue goggles over her eyes, wearing dark clothes, relatively sort of practical looking boots, a little bag to one side, and sort of like dark blue, slightly purplish skin.
Beautiful. Now, Bates. A single red word blinks in the bottom left of your field of view. Rebooting. Then electric shocks run through your joints. Text flies across the blackness of your mind. Loading sequences, programs, codes, images, schematics, function tasks. You feel your core batteries slowly start to come online, recharging from the ether. Vibrations in your fingertips. You open your eyes and see light. For the first time in Lord knows how long, you feel your limbs creak and scrape. You sense the rust in your bearings. You hear voices. Human voices. Specifically, you hear a man say, "Let me show you what I've got here."
I try and sit up.
You can and do.
Okay, good. I don't know. You might tell me I can't.
You push yourself out. Your hands touch sharp bits of metal. You seem to be sitting in a rubbish tip or something like that, filled with bits of broken metal and old parts, machine parts.
Oh dear. Stand up and try and just climb down, I guess. Is there light anywhere?
There's light everywhere. There's more light than you can remember ever having seen. You see in front of you a tall man with a cowl and a hood and a cloak standing before a shorter individual. That short individual seems to be cradling something in his hands. Behind them, you can see a younger girl. And behind them, you can see 3 tall figures.
Greetings, everyone. Where am I?
I think you should also roll initiative at this point.
Nice.
So tragic. Like she's having such.
Oh,
a nice
I got
morning.
a 14. I got a 14.
Great. So, could you describe what Simon and Shalmani see?
Yes, you see a humanoid robot whose entire, we'll say skin, but casing is made up of segmented screens, which all I assume are sort of starting to flicker on, and you can see like galaxies and stars just appearing all over their body, and their eyes have this sort of yellowish tint to them, and there's sort of a what looks like a power pack in the center of their chest that's glowing with this same kind of light, and they start making their way down the rubble, if I'm allowed.
We'll just come to that in 1 second because we're going to do it in turn order now at this juncture.
I don't want to go
This
first.
was all going so well. I don't
I thought you were
understand
going to
why.
say, like, you make your way down the dagger that is
Yeah.
embedded in
gets
your
stabbed.
central barrel.
You're now dead.
All of you are dead. I didn't like the way it started, so I just thought, do over.
Ali just wasn't a fan of our character concepts and
Okay.
went, I'll just
So-
kill them in the first one and give them the ones I've made up. You're all level 1 fighters and...
Okay. Right. So, Simon,
Yeah.
the man in front of you, Ivor Cabrera, he opens his hands to reveal a shard of metal, which he tries to jam up into your torso. He rolls a 2 to hit. Does that hit?
I'm afraid the answer is no.
I hope not.
It's a really long pause there. I was like, does it?
Please say no.
I am a glass cannon.
Yeah. Yeah.
My AC is 1. It's like, a strong breeze will literally make me have like a death saving
That I can
throw.
do.
This man forces his the foot of his palm up towards you, but you parry it away. It's almost too easy. He seems slow to you, even. He staggers forward a little bit, and he looks up. Scrat! Muggsy! Hold that one!
What one? Who's what?
Okay.
So this is going to count as a surprise.
Very
round.
surprising. I will give you
before
that.
we get to
No
the
one
actual
saw that
initiative.
coming.
I'm surprised. I don't know why any of us are surprised, but we...
Okay. So, Shamini, could you make a strength check, please, as the 2 people behind you try to grapple you?
Okay, I didn't even know there were 2 people behind me. 6.
Rat and Mugsy.
Yeah, apparently so.
We're surrounded by New York gangsters from the 20s.
thought the nice
Mugsy.
person was taking
Track, Mugsy,
shopping.
get 'em, see?
Suddenly-
Incredibly, they have both rolled
I'm
a 3
so
and a 2.
strong!
Ali's the bad roller of the round! Ali is the bad roller this episode!
We won D&D. Hooray!
These 2 sort of hulking thugs reach out to try and grab you, but you're too slippery. You just pull away from their arms, and you slide your hand through, and you're out. You're free. And now, they stand looking at you. They look back up at the small man standing in front of the hooded figure, who is Simon. I go, boss.
Oh gosh.
Now, back up to the top of the initiative order. Let's do the first round. Bates, what would you like to do?
I've seen them stab someone. How
Attempt to stab someone, yeah.
Oh, sorry, yes, of course. How far away am I from, like, the people?
You're pretty close, actually. So if you are just sort of levering your way out of this trash pile, essentially, it's like a skip filled with old sort of mechanical parts, and occasionally, like sort of like mechanical hands that try and grab you. So you are essentially just behind Ivor Cabrera, the sort of merchant guy.
I'll just climb out.
About
just
2 or 3 feet.
Yeah, cool. I'll just tap him on his shoulder and be like, "Excuse me, you seem like you might be in charge here. I'm Infinite Sky 6000, serial number 86919726, PMGB 1530ML, and I was just wondering if you could tell me what's going on."
Meanwhile, he's just stabbing you whilst you're getting a serial number out.
And that's my turn. That's what I would like to do.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh no. Who's ready for negative numbers? Oh, a 10. Pretty good.
He turns round at the sound of this voice and looks at you with an expression of, first off, disbelief. And then you can see cogs turning in his mind. It's as though he's discovered something which he knows is very valuable, but also somehow more dangerous than he had originally planned. And he looks at you and goes, no.
Right.
Sean.
I will back away from the two confused people, and say, I have no money to buy, so I will go.
Okay. So you're gonna move away.
But she's not legging it. She's like, if you don't mind, she's sort of like starting to be like, I'm just gonna, not
So they're standing between you and, the exit. So there's still people moving past, there's sort of crowds moving that way. No one seems to have really noticed what's happening here. So there's this sort of bustle and hustle and bustle, and there's people shouting all around you. These two sort of larger thugs are standing right behind you, between you and the way out. So
I will just sort
you
of
can
go to one
shuffle
side,
through them.
and then if they
Can't leave.
they like move. They're just very large.
Well, they don't move, but you could they are large, and you can see them. They do seem to have weapons. Well, okay, so you're going to try and actually leave there.
Trying to find a little gap. And...
All right. So, as you try and move past them, one of them reaches out to grab you again. Roll a strength check.
Come on.
Dominic, I believe in you.
Okay, so it was a natural 20. But I do have a -2 modifier, so that's an 18.
It's still natural 20. Go on, Ali, be good. Be a nice person.
Well, that's going to work well against the 3 I have rolled again. So you managed to squirm your way out, and you're now free of their clutches. So which direction are you going? You're sort of standing nearby?
I will, just like turn back to them and just like give them a little wave. Do they look like they might try and follow me? That was quite grabby.
They're trying to grab you. They're trying to grab you, trying to stop you from you. Yeah.
Just flick them the bird as you're like running away.
I will just say sorry, and go left. Probably, what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably just going to keep backing away from them, rather than like running. I'm probably going to like keep like up, and because I don't know why they're so insistent that I go to their store.
Okay, so you have seen
stabbing. That didn't seem great. Like,
the little guy try and
problematic.
Yeah,
like
you have seen that. Okay, one of them draws out their weapon, turns to you and says, "You're not going anywhere, love."
No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm just gonna keep slowly backing away, but not turning my back on them.
Okay. So you're going to use your full movement to
specifically
leg it.
Not leg it. I'm specifically waiting for them to have another lunge, and I don't want to turn around and leg it because then they'll come for me. I want to like stay facing them.
Okay.
Walk backwards for a bit.
Okay. All right. So. Okay.
Yes, it's highly tactical.
And you're not going to do. So that's your action. That's
it. I'm saying no, thank you.
Perfect.
2 times.
Okay. Okay. At this point, Ivor Cabrera in front of you, Simon, the merchant. He looks up at you with beady little eyes, looks at your arm, says, "Looks like this one's got a bit of talent, eh? All right, Scrant, Muggsy, you take the little one, all right? And we will take this lovely little piece of kit." He looks at your arm, Simon.
Oh, it's my arm.
And I think we can make a pretty good piece of money out of it. Right, he's going to go and try and attack you again, Simon.
Okay.
That's a 9.
Nope, does not hit.
That doesn't hit, I assume.
AC of more than
No.
9,
Okay.
crushing it.
Okay. He swipes at you. You move to the left. You parry. Boom, ding! You hit the clink of the metal up against the metallic arm which you hide underneath your cloak. Boom! You knock it away. Now, Simon, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm kind of looking at him with a mixture of fear that he knows why I was on the shuttle in the first place, and disgust at how organic he is, and how clearly pathetic. So, with the arm that he attempted to go for, I'm gonna double slap him. I'm gonna backhand him and then hit him again with the metal arm. So, if I understand my class correctly, I can do 2 unarmed strikes.
Monks.
Monks, we get shit done.
That's why he was dressed as a monk. It's because he's a monk. I get it.
Because he's a monk.
I get it now. Yeah.
We were trying to guess what class Simon was playing, and we were like, he's dressed as a monk.
He's
Is
dressed
he
as
a
a
monk?
No, can't be.
Right, so I can use strength or dex. If I use dex, oh, for goodness sakes! Yeah, that's an 8 to hit.
You reach out to hit him, but he's you misjudge it. You feel like you've got a good read on where he is, but he's a bit slippery, he's a bit short. You see there's the hint in his eye that maybe he's done this before. He dodges out of the way. And then, am I right in thinking that you have to hit with the first one before you can hit with the second one? No, you can
When
just
you use the
have another
attack
go.
action, you can make 1 unarmed strike as a bonus action. So, recalculating.
Yeah, he can use both, yeah.
Recalculating, hit him with the return swipe.
Yeah.
You hear that, dice? Hit him with the return swipe. Come on! Nat 1.
There it is! There it is! That's what we were rolling for.
What everyone shoots in for.
There it is. Get them all out at this. You reset. You concentrate, focus. You look in straight in his beady little eyes, and you punch. But you fundamentally misjudged what's happening here. And in fact, the sheer force of your pneumatic arm sends you backwards onto your ass on the floor. You get up. Next time will be different. Okay, now, Bates. We're back up to you. No, sorry, no, scratch that. Sorry. No, now we're going to do the 3
More
thugs behind.
I'm so ready.
Trying to kill us.
No. So there's the two people that were trying to hold Charmony, and then there is one more. So they're gonna reach out and try and grapple you, Charmony. So 2 of them are going to come towards you, and
This has gone great before, so
roll
I'm
another
still like,
strength
please,
check.
no, thank you, please.
3 very different responses to this situation. The human embodiment of Siri is just like, how can I help? Whereas I'm just like, somebody's just backing away politely.
You want me to roll
What
it,
is
right?
your
Yeah, okay,
what is your
sorry.
strength?
Yeah, it's a 6.
Yeah, roll strength. Yeah, 10. So one of the other tall one, not the one who had you before. This one is bulkier, fat, smells of BO and this horrible kind of scent. You don't even know what it is. You can see the stain on their teeth. Look down at you, reach out to this bulky arm and just grabs you by the throat, holding you where you are. And you hear him say, "I got it, boss." The third one runs up behind you, Simon, and is going to try and grapple you.
Great.
So, can you roll a strength check for me?
Mm-hmm. Strength is 50. Oh, I say that with great. No, 18.
18. Right, okay, well, he also has rolled an 18. So, he tries to grab you. You both suddenly find yourselves locked in this battle of strength. He pushes you. You try and squeeze your way out. How would you like to respond to this? What do you want to try and do to get out of this?
So he's grabbing me from behind, is that right?
Yeah, so he's got his arms over your shoulders and he's trying to just pin your arms together.
So I'm kind of off, but I've got up from my arse though, right? Like I'm actually on my feet at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna headbutt him. I'm gonna make him taste the barcode.
Yeah, taste the barcode.
Oh!
It's like the Skittles
Okay.
slogan. Taste the barcode. Bang.
So-
reverse headbutt.
It's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I love that. I love that.
Let's say
That was cool.
You've got a tagline already.
so that's an attack. We'll say that's a dex check. So roll a contested dex roll against him to sort out this 18.
I got another 18.
He rolls a 15. You knock him back up. He gets shoved backwards, and you're free again. You look around you. No one else coming for you. Standing your ground. Okay. Infinite Sky. What would you like to do?
Yes, hello, you're all being rather aggressive, actually. So I'm going to cast Shillelagh. And my arm just sort of starts, like, expanding and kind of turns into this club. And I'm just going to bonk Ivor on the head. So the bonus action is casting the spell, and then action is the attack.
The lesson is don't trust the friendly AI who asks what she can do to help.
When people are being...
Next
I've rolled a
minute.
2, so that's an 8.
3 laws, bitch.
I'm sorry, I didn't actually mean to hurt you. Sorry.
I'm doing this for your own good.
A 2 for an 8.
Yeah, got +6 with Shillelagh.
Okay. You feel these long dormant motors and artificial muscles start to flex once more. The fibers in your arm, and they build out to form a knobbly, really gnarly looking club. And you lift it over your head, and you just think, did I ever really know how to do this?
I don't think I've ever
bring
done
it
this
down with all your force and completely miss it.
Well, that didn't work.
Right. Charmaine. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action and movement?
But bonus action was casting Shillelagh, then the attack. I'll stay there. I'm fine.
Oh, right, sorry. Okay. Charms?
I am unclear why there's fighting and kind of concerned, but I don't want to do anything drastic. So I am just gonna keep pull my arm away and saying, no, you see, maybe tomorrow.
Okay. So, no movement,
I'm gonna try and
no action. Just
away.
say, maybe tomorrow. Well, roll a persuasion check.
maybe
see if you
tomorrow?
can see if
I'll
they'll
get
let you
stabbed
go.
maybe tomorrow.
Maybe we can do this another time.
That's an 11. Very persuasive.
God, level 1 characters are worse.
That's weird,
You
that.
say it just doesn't seem to be registering on this sort of shambling figure in front of you. He's got you locked in his grip. And are you going to try and break that
I will
grip?
once again try and pull away.
Okay. Okay. Roll a strength check.
Yeah, 4. Oh, I'm not strong.
Jesus.
You feel the leathery skin around your
Oh, no.
around your throat, and it's not going anywhere. And in fact, he even starts to
not
lift
good.
you slightly off.
I try and tell him how this is not good, but I can't really speak.
Now we come to the merchant Ivor Cabrera's go. He looks up at this droid that appears to have suddenly sprung to life in front of him, wielding this strangely Irish club. And he looks at the figure to the other side of him, with this sort of shiny mechanical arm and the look in his eye of a man who's just head-butted someone straight onto the floor. And he looks and he goes, wait. Clearly, I have underestimated all of you. No. I tell you what, we settle this amicably as friends is what we're going to do. What we're going to do is you're going to give me all your money, and then I will tell Scrant, Muggsy, and Istvan to lay off. And that will be good as gold. You can keep your shiny metal arm.
I don't have any money, I'm sorry.
But it's my arm. I need it. I've only got 2.
I don't want your arm, fellow. I don't want your... So for the moment... Okay, so now it's Simon, it's your go. What do you want to do?
So I've yeeted the guy off of the back of me. Like, there's the Muggsy or Braces or whatever it was called is like further behind. And Avada Kedavra? What was it? Ivo Cabrera is in front of me. Like, offering this. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I've missed and twice. I am not... Except this is my arm. I'm not going to give him my money because I'm a monk. I don't have any money, and he's not going to take nothing for an answer. So I'm gonna go for him again with the metal arm. Like, this is... We've got to end this quickly now, or it's going to draw way more attention.
Can't do shit.
Okay. Roll to attack. Roll to hit.
Statistically. Come on. I get a 16.
That hits. Roll damage.
It's 1d4 plus 3. So I do 5 points of damage.
Okay. Your arm clicks into place. You smack him straight in the kidneys. Oh, God! Ow!
If you want the arm, that's how you're going to get it. It's my arm.
Roll your second attack. He looks hurt.
Right, come on. Come on. That's a 10.
Oh, 10 just misses, I'm afraid. You come back for the second strike, and you hit thin air. He's doubled up on the ground. Oh, God! Ow! Oh, lads, hold him back! The thug behind you, Istvan, is going to try and grapple you again. And this time, another one of them, the one who isn't holding Shamini, is going to run up and try and help him. So, roll a strength check.
Okay, come on. This is not the time to mess this up, Simon. I got a 12.
They rolled a 3 and a 6.
Yay!
So, they reach for you, but you're just too strong. You're in the mode now. Head's in a clear space. They reach and grapple, but you're too slippery. You slide out. Now, the one holding you, Shamini, who is Scrant, I believe.
Everyone's having lovely cuddles.
Boss, what about this one? What about the posh one, boss? And he is going to try and drag you, Shamini, over towards the kerfuffle that's going on next to Simon. So make another contested strength check.
Oh. It's right. It's alright. Clicking the wrong things. 6.
No, that's a natural 20 on his end, and he said almost anyway. Woo, he grabs you and starts tugging you along the floor by the neck. Woo, and his strength is huge.
No, me neither.
I don't know how you managed to slip on him the first time. He pulls you towards, boss! Now it's right up next to his other two friends and this little guy who's doubled up with this punch, and he goes, boss, just leave that one, we got this one. Infinite Sky, top of the round.
I would like everyone to stop and talk to me, so I'm going to cast Entangle. Can I get everyone in a 20-foot square?
Yeah, everyone is now right up, basically around Simon.
Great, so these little seeds kind of fly out from her hands and like hit the floor, and suddenly just these plants just start growing and grabbing people. It's strength save 14 that everyone needs to make, or you're restrained.
We're all great at strength, so I'm glad that that's sort of
Everyone.
Can we very briefly just sort of have a chat of opportunity here?
No, don't make me do it on this one. You absolutely
bastard.
bastard. You were going to do it. I knew you were.
What is our chat of opportunity about?
How this spell works.
A chat of opportunity is where we want to take a moment in the roleplay, just to step out of roleplay for a second, just to kind of assess what has happened from a scientific perspective. So you were casting a spell, that druid spell,
Yes.
Entangle.
Entangle.
5th edition. How do you scientifically imagine that to actually work?
Wow, on the spot.
So,
mate.
without going into like the full backstory,
Yes.
she has a store of sort of seeds and stem cells within her components that she can use. So she can basically, she has pluripotent stem cells that she can then throw out, and I think we're going to probably go with something along the lines of, I haven't completely worked out, like maybe a spray of chemicals or hormones that go with it that then cause that to like accelerate the growth. Yes. And that's how all the plant stuff is going to work. So definitely something that isn't feasible now, but in the future potentially could be. I
wasn't sure if it was going to be an artificial thing because the rest of the character is, robotic, but it's
she's
a vehicle for seeds, basically.
You'll find out why maybe in the future, but I won't tell you.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to. I thought that would be a good opportunity to have a chat.
There you go. Very good chat of opportunity.
That's very good. That's great.
What was it, a strength saving throw?
Strength save, yeah. 14.
I once again have to add my negative modifier to my lovely nat 20.
18.
But that still gives me an 18.
You both save.
8. Right. And in fact, everybody rolled really well, except for Scrant, who was holding you, Sharmony. So as the vines crawl up around his head, what is, and they pull his hand off your throat, and he's and drops you to the floor.
Okay, great. Maybe you can talk to me because I think I'm malfunctioning. Because I think I'm what you would call angry and upset right now, and I'm not meant to feel that. That's my turn.
So for your bonus action, you chastise them.
I don't have a bonus action I can do. Yes, I do. Talk to me.
My turn. Okay. I have sort of like fallen to the floor, but managed to dodge out of the way of these suddenly crazily fast sprouting plants. What I would like to do is I would like to start once again, like in this sort of very like enclosed space, start trying to like escape again, essentially start trying to move towards a way out, but presumably there will be someone sort of in the way, like looking. They're gonna grab me again. I don't know where I'm going.
It's also difficult terrain, just so you know, so you're half in it.
Actually, so because you've been dropped and you are being held by Scrant, who's now being held by the spell, you're probably just on the outside of the group. So if you did want to just run, you wouldn't incur. You're not within reach of them.
Okay, I'll do that then. Cool.
Well, nice knowing you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I guess. So I mean, I asked. So yeah, sure. Yeah. She's like trying to get out of this highly confusing and upsetting situation. I can only get like
and over difficult
15
terrain.
feet.
Okay, so you see your opportunity to get out, to get away from whatever's going on here. You don't want any part of. You look down at the floor. There's strange sort of branching seedlings, leaves. Some you can see roots trying to take hold in the metallic grating of the floor. You see a leaf trying to cut its way out, and you realize that if you put too much weight on these different parts of this sort of matting, you don't know if it's going to hold you. So you gingerly step out, and you make it essentially to where the crowds are moving and leaving the space. But by now, there's not a huge amount of people left. They're just the ones who are at the market. So the market is still busy, but there's no one still sort of like pouring out of the shuttle. Action?
No, that's fine. I will turn back around and look and see what's happening. Although I can't see very well because it's like friggin' sunlight. But I'm again in that sort of like I'm gonna be leaving, but I want to watch for anyone kind of coming after me type situation.
Okay. So, the merchant Ivor Caveira stands up, goes, all right. I see what you're doing here. Now,
Yeah, I'm
You got
beating you with
Scrag.
my metal arm. That's what I'm doing.
he's not too smart. All right. I see what you're saying. Now, Muggsy and Istvan, you don't want to mess with those guys, right? But I take your point, and you know what? I'm willing to call it a draw for the paltry sum of two silver pieces, to cover me losses.
Your dignity costs 2 silver pieces.
That's exactly how much it costs. Yes.
Does this shawl look... Sorry, not shawl. That's definitely the wrong word. Does this habit...
Shawl. No, it's a lovely shawl.
Does this habit look like it has pockets or a wallet? I don't have any silver. You can't have anything from me because I got nothing to give except the wisdom of the machine.
Okay. So this is all taking place within roughly 6 seconds. Okay, he's going to look at you, and then he's going to say, "Oh, well, what about her then?" And he points over towards Shamini.
Oh.
And that's it. That's his go. Right. So you'll go.
So he's just pointed. So at this point, I've been so preoccupied with him. What I'm imagining is I turn around. I haven't actually seen what's actually going on behind me. I just know that I reverse nutted somebody. I'll turn around and seeing all the plants. I also will see this bipedal robot thing, and I am absolutely like awestruck by the sight of this. I immediately I'm looking to her for like guidance, like.
Oh no!
It must be. What will you have me do?
What planet are we on?
Chaos.
It's Braxigantu, I think. That's the name of this one.
When you say that, her face just sort of, I don't know. She has a face.
She has like an emoji face. It just goes to like confused emoji.
It just goes to like sort of shock and like she stops. Oh. You're on Braxigantu.
You are on
Wait, more than
Braxigantu.
6 seconds.
Okay.
As I get climbing over the back of the head by like a crowbar.
You started this. Yeah. Right. We're gonna say. Ivor Caveira is trying to talk to you. You guys are trying to talk to each other. Shamini, you've left. The thugs, they don't know what they're doing. We're gonna drop out of initiative for now.
Oh, okay.
This. So, Ivor Caveira looks at you. All right, okay. I see you guys. You're more than the sum of your parts, or something. And you. And he turns to you, Infinite Sky, and says, "What on? What? Yeah, I've carried you all the way from from Neu Vopes. You've come all the way here through space. You've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing. What are you trying to do now?
I do not know. I have many questions. So what? Excuse me, can I try and do like a scan to like work out what's going on and like
A body
what
scan.
year it is or anything, if I can like try and like tap into the satellites in any way?
We're going to put on a meditation piece and we're going to isolate each part of the body.
Eyes just suddenly go like turn into stars as well. And, like,
Right, okay.
Nothing going on.
So when you say a scan, what are you trying to do?
I am trying to
What are
connect
you
to the
searching
the,
for?
the TerraCorp satellites and see if I can pick up anything from that.
Right, okay, so Infinite Sky, you are an android robot. You have, or at least you would have thought that you can tap into essentially the kind of Wi-Fi networks, but that are being broadcast throughout this world. So you reach in, you feel your way in as this guy is talking to you. Right, look, come on now. Just give me a chance here, right? Just got to explain it. You close your eyes, you reach in, and you find that you cannot understand what you're hearing. It's like a hiss, like a rustle, a crackle, like a language that you don't know.
Not Druidic then, because technically I know Druidic.
No,
Sorry. Okay. Oh
no,
wow.
absolutely not.
Okay. Oh, that's not good. You say we're on Braxigantu. Please, someone.
Look, it doesn't matter.
No, it
He's gonna look at
quite,
you.
it quite does.
Ivor Cabrera looks at you. I tell you what, you are my property, all right? I found you.
I
I've been
am
lugging it around
property
with
of
me.
TerraCorp.
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to you where you are. You are the property of Ivor Carrera, all right?
Wait, no. I'm
And-
going to stop you right there. You are lucky to serve her.
I
You
like
don't
you.
own a machine like this.
She's just sort of like, oh. I'm so sorry.
tell
I
you.
am not used to feeling, I believe it's joy. So thank you. That's very kind. Ivor Carrera. I didn't write that. Cabrera. Sombrero.
Ivor Carrera.
Carrera, yes.
Now, listen to me.
Yes.
What I will need you to do, all right, is I'm going to need you to explain to me exactly what you do and exactly how you are, and then you are going to do exactly what I say.
Excellent.
And I'm going to
Yes.
sell you.
Hello. I am an
whoever
Infinite Sky 6000 droid, the property of TerraCorp. I am sent ahead to planets to terraform them, ready for Alliance settlement. I was sent to Braxigantu in a year that, Ali, I don't know what the year was when I was sent to Braxigantu.
It would have been a different year system. So
It would have been a different system, so I don't know. Yeah.
You were sent. This is something that you would know. You were sent in 2687. 2687 common. So 2687 common, which would be Alliance standard
Great.
standard time measurement.
I was sent here in 2687 Common to terraform the planet, and, well, there appears to be life on it, so I'm just trying to work out what is going on.
I'll tell you what's going on. You're getting back in that. You're getting back in my storage unit, and we are going to go back to Gunka because, for me, I think I see a little bit of profit here. Now, you, and he turns to you, Simon, you're going to get your silly little face out of here. I don't want to see you again. All right? And go and take your girlfriend and you mug off because we have got business here to attend to.
You have a girlfriend.
And he's going to push you, Simon, away.
I'm having absolutely none of this. And I'm going to be like, no, I cannot leave a saintly figure like this with somebody For
Gonna
profit.
make it
No,
black.
she's coming with me. I'm going to take care of you. What should I call you, my spiritual guider?
Well, I am Infinite Skies 6000, serial number
I heard that.
86919726, PMGB 1530ML.
Do you have an abbreviated name that I could call you? A designation?
No.
How about I call you Sky?
No, I don't like
How about I
that.
call you Infinite? I'm not very imaginative.
Infinite. Okay, we can go with infinite.
Okay.
As you're talking, as you're talking,
So I'm just going to now change the stream descriptions. We finally have a name for you that I can fit in the box.
Remember? Yeah, that's fine. No, go for it. Do it.
as you're talking, you realise that most of the people have drifted away, and that actually what's been happening has become quite visible. That the space around you is no longer filled with the hustle and the bustle, and there is a figure standing in the silhouetted in the light coming from the main door.
Indoor to what, sorry?
And you say, and you hear a voice. And the main door leading out of the shuttle. So silhouetted in that light, you see a figure, a silhouette, and you hear a voice. Ivor Cabrera, you're up to your old tricks again, then, are you? And Ivor turns towards the voice. No, Sandy. You know me. These. We're just having a friendly little chat. That's all it was. So don't worry about it. It's nothing to think about. The figure comes closer. And you see a short, stocky individual with a face that was once beautiful but is older now, has lines, wrinkles. You see that across the torso, a metal plate that runs from shoulder all the way down to hip. And on it you see scored a serial number. And she walks with a slight limp. She looks over and walks over to Ivor Cabrera, puts a hand on his shoulder. Now, Ivor, I tell you what you're going to do. You're going to pack up this silly little operation here. You're going to take your goons and you're going to leave these fine people alone. All right? Or you're not going to be welcome here. All right, Sandy. All right, as you say. And the woman turns to you, Infinite Sky, and says, well, you're an interesting one. Would you mind coming with me for a spell? I think
Yes,
there
of course.
is some work I'd like you to do. And bring your friends as well. And she motions towards
good.
you, Simon. And
He's very nice.
I'm currently having just gotten out of the main and thick of it, just like doubled over, just clutching my head, it was almost ready to blow, and it didn't, and it's just much harder to control right now.
Right. She motions towards the two of you, Infinite Sky, and you, Simon. Would you like to help the young one? It looks to me like she might have the knowledge that we could use in our little adventure. Can I help her out and come with me?
I'll go over and be like, hello. Are you an elf?
I don't.
I just sort of stroke her face in a sort of I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I've never met a biological creature before. You have a metal arm, so I was quite confused.
I have also not met who are very pretty.
Oh, I don't. I'm so sorry. I've never. Flustered is the word I have, but I'm not meant to do this. This is not right. I am definitely malfunctioning. This could be a problem, everyone. Should we go with this other nice person?
What is? I did not know what is happening, and I don't have any money, so I don't know.
I
if
have
that is-
no money.
Okay, no, I wasn't asking. I was just
If money's what you're looking for, I think we can help
you have job?
I don't need money. I'm a robot.
What like job?
Well, maybe we can find something that you do need. And she walks off down the gangplank and out into the daylight.
Okay, we go have job.
Okay.
And that is a good point to take a quick break. We are going to go take about 5 minutes off. But
Shall we try and get some audio syncing maybe a little bit more in?
yeah, we'll work on that in the break. We'll take about 5 minutes to work out the audio stuff, guys, which we know is a problem. But before we do go on a break, we have a quick little science check to do. I can't remember the order that I put these in, but
Who's
basically,
going first?
I think it's Ali, and these are little videos which we prepared beforehand to talk about an aspect of science in the world that we are playing in. And I'll hand it over to, I think it's Ali first, and then we'll have a 5-minute break, and then there'll be another check, and then we're back in the action.
Don't miss it.
So we'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. Thank you for watching so far, and enjoy.
In our sci-fi D&D adventure, the characters have found themselves in a futuristic mining colony, where the people are mechanically enhanced. So, could these kind of cyborgs exist in reality? Well, they kind of already do. This guy, Neil Harbison, was born colourblind, so he had a camera surgically implanted onto his skull which vibrates in response to different colours, and now he can even see colours which us non-cyborgs can't, like infrared and ultraviolet. But the main challenge isn't just installing the machinery, it's getting your brain to talk to it. And at the moment, we are not so good at this. We can control simple video games with our minds, or even basic robot arms. But to get the best results, you need to have electrodes surgically implanted into your brain, and brains are squishy. They tend not to like this. Even so, this is where a lot of research is currently focused. Even Elon Musk is in on the game. And that's it. I've been Ali, Dungeon Master for the RPGeeks. Come join our adventures, 7 PM Thursdays on Twitch.
Welcome to Science Check, a D&D themed slice of science from the RPGeeks. Now, in D&D 5e, elves don't need to sleep. They just trance for 4 hours a day. And my Dungeons & Dragons Science character is based on elf stats. So could humans ever one day get to a point where we don't need sleep? Now, if you look around at the animal kingdom, pretty much every animal needs some kind of sleep or equivalent. And if you don't let them sleep, they get the equivalent of 1 point of exhaustion. There was an experiment in 1898 where a guy kept dogs awake for several weeks and they died. But sleep doesn't have to mean total unconsciousness. Some creatures can sleep with one hemisphere of their brain at a time. So frigate birds go out to sea for weeks at a time, but they can sleep on the wing. Dolphins can sleep with one eye open and still come up for air. So one scientific explanation for 5e's trance feature might be that elves are sleeping with half of their brain at a time. And that's your RPGeeks Science Check.
And we're back. Hello. Hopefully we fixed our audio desync issues.
Have we? I mean,
We know.
That's way better for me, so.
is this me speaking or is this someone else and I'm just moving my flappy lips? So,
No. No.
right. So, where were we? I'll tell you. You three, after having landed in this huge cavernous shuttle, you'd reached the ground in this finally somewhere outside of the Mukinshi Mountains. The door had opened, light flooding in, and you'd seen the hustle and the bustle of people moving around, these heavily modified with their mechanical limbs, with chest plates and eyes, people moving around, moving through this little tiny bazaar that had sprung up just at the exit of this shuttle. You've gone into the bazaar looking for wares, Simon, and found instead danger. You've been attacked. Someone tried to grab you, tried to take...
I was verbally attacked, and then I was physically attacked.
Danger!
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 You tried to verbally fight, but it didn't work. And you found yourself surrounded by these thugs. And then, as if from nowhere, this glowing android appeared. Infinite sky. And it became a standoff. The little girl sneaking around in the background. Little girl? You're not a little girl. You're a young woman sneaking around in the background. And then a figure had appeared to break this Mexican standoff. Walking towards you and asking you to follow her.
What was the figure's
You
name? Was
did.
it Sand Eel? The eel that lives in the sand.
Is it not Sandy? I've got Sandy.
I wrote Sandy.
You heard your would-be assailant say, "Sandy!"
Sandy. Sandy. Yeah, not Sandy.
Eels!
It's full of
We sell them.
eels.
You eat them, Sandy. And you followed her out into the light. You're now standing in a wide clearing, surrounded by...
The light was coming from the shuttle that we just landed in.
Oh no, the light
Right.
is the sunlight streaming through the doorway of the shuttle. Sunlight streaming, and that's where Sandy was. The silhouette was.
Okay. Where are we going now?
You are following her out of the main door of the shuttle, down into wherever you've landed. The outside world, essentially.
I thought that was the outside world. I thought the bazaar was in the
I was
outside
totally
world.
convinced we were in the outside world, so I'm very good.
Sunlight. It was very bright. I thought it was outside.
It was bright. No, the bazaar was taking place on the metallic
Got
framing
you.
of the shuttle
Yeah,
itself.
yeah, sorry.
Got it.
Theatre of the mind. I should have opened with that. So, I just think, I see it in my mind, and I think, the theatre's open.
They've got it. They've worked it out. Yeah.
So, you step out onto soft loam, so muddy ground. There's grass, thick grass underneath your feet, but it's gives under the touch. You're standing in this wide clearing, surrounded by a dark forest of towering trees. It's cold here in the mountains and wet. Mist drifts in from the forests, and the clouds above you are dark and heavy. The sunlight comes orangey through, at a low angle. You've arrived late in the day. In front of you is a street, mostly mud, rock, if you could even call it a street. There's figures clumping up and down it. You see them heavily modified. You see legs that have been turned into grasping pinions. You see piston-like arms. You see sensory arrays reaching out over the tops of heads, and almost all of them are muscular, and some of them tattooed. You see strange markings on them. To either side of you are rows of squat cabins standing on thick legs drilled into the bedrock. The cabins were probably white once, but now they're rust-streaked, greasy, and there's moss growing on everything, lichen to slime. You hear a sort of hissing, and you realise it's droplets everywhere, dripping, condensing off leaves and rocks. Over the puddles in the street, somebody like to make a perception check? You see a sort of black cloud.
Oh, I would be looking at all clouds and all things, so...
Okay.
16.
You look a bit closer. Enhance. And it looks like a cloud, but as you look closer, you realise it's insects. Tiny, tiny little midgets.
This is amazing.
Did you make
In front-
this all possible?
No, I hadn't. I think I've had a memory blank, memory wipe. But I was sent here to terraform this world, and this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Infinite Sky 6000s are decommissioned when they finish their task.
So you've never seen what you actually accomplish before?
I've never done it before. I don't think. What year is it? I'm very confused.
Presumably I would know the year, but as post...
You would. 278C.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you see a 278C if you know
That
that.
doesn't mean anything to me.
I mean, that's all I can tell you is that's the year.
What? You know the year in the common calendar of the Alliance?
Can I roll like
Maybe.
a background check or something?
Roll a history check.
Oh, baby! 11.
You've heard of the previous iterations of the calendar. You know that you come from the Alliance, where the common calendar is used, but you don't, go by it. You're born on Braxigantu.
Okay.
In front of you, you all hear the soft voice of Sandy. Come on now, you can't be late. And she leads you through these streets towards one of the cabins at the end. Just in front of you, you see one of the huge trucks that was rolling into the shuttle has come out empty. It crunches the earth and rolls past you as you walk towards the end of the street. In front of this small cabin, you can see a little row of bedraggled figures standing in a line in front of the door, all of them modified, all of them looking really sorry for themselves. Sandy motions you. I just ignore these guys, you know, they're just workers. They're looking for something to do, but we've found something for you folk to do, I assure you. She opens the door and ushers you in. Inside, you see a neat, perfectly turned out room, sort of oblong in shape, with a single desk in front of you. It's spotlessly clean. There's almost nothing there apart from the desk, and one armed guard standing beside the door. This guard...
Oh, you mean there's one guard who is armed? I thought you meant there was a guard that had one arm.
Oh, sorry!
possible.
Trin 2!
Well, I'm deleting the hyphen in
A
my
one
notes.
armed guard. Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. One armed guard. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And in front of you, you see a woman, tall and holding herself absolutely rigidly, perfect control. Her coat seems well cut, and you can see a loaded gorse gun at her side. Her hair is short, clipped short, and that's all you can see as you enter. She turns to Sandy. Alright, thanks for these. Are these the ones you said? Sandy nods. Alright. Well, you three come in, and you, she looks at Sandy. Off you go then.
I would like to stay outside. It's
Very well.
beautiful.
So,
No, not that. Sorry,
Sorry,
that's
is
not
this
Emily.
you-
That's what she's saying. That's what Infinite's
Oh, right.
saying. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh my god. She's so... well, you can go out there when you please, but for now, you'll listen to me.
So who are
You
Who
three-
are you? Why can't we talk with Sandy?
I liked Sandy.
Sandy's brought you here to talk to me, and if you want to talk to Sandy afterwards, that's your business. Now, will you all three tell me, you're not from around here, are you?
Not exactly. No.
No.
Do you know what we do here?
Can I make a perception check to work it out?
An insight. This would be.
Oh, insight.
This would be in.
Based on my previous observation, I'm going to very keenly say, "You dig?"
I got a 14 for insight.
She looks at you, Shabani, and goes, "You what? Oh, you dig?
You dick! Oh no, we've gone.
You're
Okay.
absolutely right."
That was a bad time to drink water. Sorry.
You dick.
I dig you.
Do you know what we do?
Stunning.
Sorry.
You dick.
We lost our DM.
Now you've got a tagline too.
What? You dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I'm writing down.
You dick.
We have lost Ali.
Yeah.
We'll try and get him back.
He's frozen on a very pleasant frame. Look at how
He's like,
Never happened.
those shiny apple cheeks. Like he's
I'm
got
so
horse
happy
chestnuts.
about it.
You dick.
Oh. You dick. We're getting message. Ali says "fuck" in the WhatsApp group, and
Nice. That's all he ever says in this WhatsApp group. Tech problems and then swearing at us.
fuck.
Yeah, it's today. Fuck.
Oh dear.
Oh.
I don't trust anyone. I don't trust anyone.
Sandy, we like Sandy.
I liked Sandy.
Look, we've met a lot of NPCs.
Sandy.
Yeah.
And the one we would like to hang out with
There you are.
is Sandy.
Emily, start DMing.
Yeah. Absolutely not. Okay, well, everyone, you all find legendary items. So let me just get my magic item cards, and we're all now level 20, and blow up the planet. Go.
Your character just drills
That's how
straight
deep
down
it is,
into the
right?
core. Oh, we've probably
Oh,
lost
yeah.
him now.
Oh no!
Oh,
No!
I can hear him.
Can you
Yeah, come here. The
get up?
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
here.
Hey.
I am so here.
good times come on.
You missed it. We leveled up to level 20.
Yeah, we did. I gave everyone magic items. I took over.
You
one of your
didn't
gun.
try and
Yeah.
fight Sandy, did you?
Oh no, that's why we all
no.
died, guys. So yeah.
Is that
so-
why it happened? Oh dear God.
Neither hear nor see an alley.
No, not now.
I can't hear him or see him. Can you hear him and see him?
I can hear him and see him.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
he's back.
You as well.
Shamini, no.
I can believe it come back.
We did a tech rehearsal for this exact reason.
We did have a tech rehearsal. We swear.
Oh no, no.
Oh no!
No.
No, she's leaving and coming back.
I said that. Okay. It's
Does that mess up the
Okay,
Twitch thing for like?
People are seeing how the sausage is made. This is terrible.
Out of the trade as the sausage gets made. Okay.
Eat it! Eat the sausage, Simon!
Oh no, we can't all of us have terrible catchphrases from this one stream.
No, you've got taste the barcode, and Shamini has you.
Taste the bucket! Right,
I
I'll
made
have
you-
eat the sausage.
Ali just has eat the sausage.
I want a catchphrase.
Your catchphrase is, can I go outside? Oh yeah, so...
I would like to go outside. It's beautiful. I just like to look at it.
Are we back into roleplay now, or is this still?
I will. This is different, okay? I'm not.
It's a lovely evening. I just want to be outside.
Listen to them. Your voice acting is excellent.
Yeah, okay, alright. You, the cheeky girl. Absolutely right. You've...
Oh, me.
Here, no. Here, we mine. We dig for all sorts of materials. And it looks like neither of you three have come here for this purpose. Is that right?
No, not me.
I could learn. I enjoy the underground. I could help, probably, if you have job.
Can I feel like I would pretend. I would. Uriel would be like, oh yeah, I really like mining, actually.
Make a... do you actually like mining?
No, this is
Is it make
100%
deception or persuasion? Okay, make a deception.
I really dig it. I get a 10.
Good.
She, the woman looks at you. You see her brow slightly furrow. The lines on her jaw tense. She looks you up and down. The kind of look that you might give someone you were about to dispose of. And she says, well, I didn't see it at first, but maybe. All right. If you say you like it, who am I to say against it? But one thing I do know, none of you have come here for a job, at least not the sort of job which those reprobates outside are queuing up for. And that's why I need you. You're going to help me, and you'll be rewarded.
Not a job.
Do you want us
Oh,
to
it's a
mine?
job.
I'm very
Yeah.
confused.
We work
Here's
for
what's
you,
going
but
to happen.
not the job.
Here's what's going to happen. If you want to come here, and you want to not be asked any questions about why you came here, you're going to help me. And you will be rewarded. But I have a specific job that I want y'all to do.
Job, yes, I would like job, please.
Yeah, it's not mining. You do understand that.
I've never mined, but I think if I had a few upgrades, I could be quite good at it.
You see her take a deep intake of breath, and her
As
left,
she pinches the
her left hand just trembles slightly against the hilt of her ghost pistol. And she reaches forward, puts both hands on the table, and looks up at all three of you. Listen to me. I'm about to share some things with you. If they go outside these walls, you will not leave this place alive. Is that clear?
Oh,
I understood what you said.
okay.
Here's what I need from you. I run this colony. Do you understand?
Yes?
Okay.
Good. It's my job to make sure that we produce enough material, enough ore, and get it sent back to the big place for processing. Now, I can't do my job if we have people taking what's not theirs. I have a smuggler problem. Do you understand?
Okay. What do you want us to do? Like, kill the smugglers?
Oh.
I want you to find them, and then I want you to stop it, and I don't care how you do it. But killing would seem pretty obvious, yeah, that would be a clear way to go.
Alright, and, what do we get? How can you reward us if we were to help you?
If you do this for me, number one, you'll get no trouble here. There'll be no one telling of your whereabouts to Gunker. If anybody comes asking, I won't have seen you. Number two, 300 gold pieces. How does that sound?
Question for the DM.
Yep.
How does that sound?
How much is like passage between planets, or like in a rough order of magnitude?
Good question.
Good question. Come on, DM.
You're asking a big question there.
Well, I can't tell if this is the equivalent of buying like a one-way ticket to the moon or to Slough. Like, give me a sense of scale here.
Slough's going to be more expensive, probably, with the trains.
From Braxigantu, probably.
Quite a lot.
A
The
one-way
train
ticket
tickets
to
these
Slough.
days. Like, if you get peak time, like, a bit.
Right. Well, okay. So you would know this. You would know that to get to where you are from, you normally reside. You would need specific passage. You couldn't pay to get there. To get out just off planet, there's all sorts of different costs. There's all sorts of different ways of doing it. There is no one cost. But to get aboard a wayfarer's highliner, you're talking, just for one person, you're talking thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Okay.
Spooky.
But if you were to do it more illegally,
It would depend on how you wanted to try and do it.
okay.
How would you like?
All right, this
try
is
and
now
do this?
Uriel going.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good, actually. That would be very useful.
I have no need for money, but please, what year is it in the Common Alliance year system?
Where did you dig this one up?
I thought you were the one that did the digging.
You dig? Sorry, I'm sorry.
No. Is he gone again for everyone else, by the way?
That's gone. I think it's.
Jack.
I'm sorry. It was an awful joke. Oh
And
no.
he's like,
Should we maybe have a little chat with Twitch chat? Should we open it up? Is that or no? No, is that a bad idea?
no, I mean, it's not full of people telling us that we're doing terribly, so that's good.
That's nice.
Sort
Maybe I
of
will open
checkouts,
it then.
That would be quite valid.
I just opened it up to the joke was so good it killed Ali's connection. So thank you, Dan. That's you're my favourite now.
It is the perfect still as the reaction of the NPC. He is actually still there. He's just holding that pose. It's really
Yeah,
hard.
Ali's ISP. Can we put all of the money towards getting Ali a high speed connection?
Humans good? Well, not from my perspective, Alpha Cat. Either in game or out of game. Let's just see. He is typing.
You've got to avoid all other people, don't you?
Sad. I'm sad too. Alpha Cat's 99.
Say fuck again?
He said funking. It's an absolute funking
It's a
nightmare. Is what he
funking
said.
nightmare.
Oh no, Sharmany, no!
Oh, it's done. Don't look at it. Everyone, close your eyes.
What?
We gotta.
It's because the Twitch overlay will goes funny. Sharma, you're split in half.
What
happened?
Demic actually said that you were cute in half. I assume that was meant to be cut in
In
half.
half.
I was
in half.
cute enough.
I'm cute
All
down
right.
the middle. Wait, am I broken?
I hear an
Is it
Ali.
me, or is it just on Twitch? Do I need to...
No, it's just on
Right,
Twitch.
Again, we got half a second of Ali.
Oh no, are we gonna have to?
We might have to call it tonight because if this is going to continue happening.
I'm not ready.
Don't say that, he's going to swear in our WhatsApp again some more. Don't even know what our job is.
When he comes
Do we-
back,
Our job is. We've got our first quest! Dang!
We've got a quest.
Got a quest.
when you
I have so many. He was about to answer about what year it is, and that's all I
That
want
was
to
the
know.
one question.
I just need to know.
when he comes back, ask you dig and just see if he,
You dig?
he breaks again.
Everyone all
froze
together. We
before
should do 1, 2, 3. You dig?
It's the words of power that we have.
You dig?
We found the words of power that will kill his like in June that will kill his connection.
I'm gonna keep reading too. Should I do a poll for Simon to cosplay as his character? Yes.
Dan V.
Shave your hair.
It is 28
You have
degrees
to
in this
A.
room.
Shave. B. Necklace of Allen keys. And C. Potato sack.
You could
Easy.
get a necklace of Allen keys. That actually, like, I would like to see that.
It is doable
Cute.
as like cosplay. I think
You're being-
if we were to wear them.
Dan has said, Simon, I'll buy you a habit.
Yeah, you know, I know he
Ooh.
will. I kind of want now the barcode on the back to be the real life barcode for Skittles.
Oh, that would
Yes!
be so good.
Like,
You have to actually get this tattoo in real life now as well.
oh no, that's not how this works.
No, that is absolutely how this works. I'm going to get my entire body tattooed to be a galaxy.
I'm glad my
yeah.
character has no tattoos.
Die from ink poisoning.
Oh,
Ah! 1, 2, 3.
God.
you did.
Oh, you dig. Sorry. I missed
Germany.
it. Also, I can't see him. I'm going to disconnect.
Okay, okay,
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, guys. I think what we're gonna do.
Go on.
I think what we're gonna do. Just because. With the I don't know what's going on with this internet connection here, and obviously I can't tell this story. We can't play this story if I'm going to keep popping in and out. So we're going to leave it there at this moment
What
where you
year
get
is
offered this job. You don't know what year it is. No idea what's happening.
Can I just say, by the way, for the benefit of the audience, when Ali sent us like a bunch of questions to come up with our characters to begin with, there was a bunch that he put in our Notion thing that was, why are you in Val? Where do you originally come from? How well do you know Braxigantu? Who is your god? And
It's
now
your god.
Emily has just added her own one, which is, what year is it? Jumanji, yes.
He's told us the year that it is in Braxigantu, but that's no fucking good for me.
Yeah.
That is not helping you out. All right, okay. So we've left this. You met this woman. You don't know who she is. She's offered you this task. There is more to find out about the task. However, we'll come back to that at another time. I'm gonna call it there for the story.
Yeah.
But let's go into the.
Yeah.
No.
No. He didn't mean to say
Oh my-
either. He meant to say bonus
I'm back!
action.
The bonus action.
Oh.
Well, I just hoped I'd cut out when I said the wrong thing.
It cut out for me. It was great. I didn't even hear it.
Into the dig.
Into the dig.
Yeah, so this
Bonus
is,
points to anyone in chat who can name all of the different things that we've named. Are they all
did
of
we
the
come
different
up with
sections?
names that were based on puns first and then come up with a show? We won't
No,
say.
Who knows?
not really.
No.
We want to say that basically the point of this series is to blend science communication with playing D&D, and we're going to accomplish that with a little chat at the end here. We've already seen a chat of opportunity during the episode. We want to have a bit of bonus action at the end where we talk about the science. What we're going to do next week, because we're going to be streaming every Thursday, but next week we're going to be doing what we call the DnDebrief, where we're going to have a shorter show where we're basically just going to have a chat around one or two of the topics that have arisen in the previous episode, and that's the way it's going to work. It's going to be 1 week of D&D, 1 week of chatting about the science that we've encountered, and then carrying on like that on alternate weeks. Let's have a quick chat now, and perhaps this will inform what we talk about next week in the D&D brief.
Yeah, I was going to say, if anyone has any topic suggestions next time. But, like, I also don't want to, like, go into all the, like, character secrets yet, because I want it to come out in the story. So, like, only stuff that's definitely come up and that, like, is undeniable.
I'm intrigued about why your character's eyes are so sensitive. Like, from a biological perspective, I think that's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah.
I guess that's not so spoilerific. I could. Talk
Well, no,
about
if
that
it's vaguely
No, no,
spoilerific, we shouldn't talk about it.
No, that wouldn't.
Well, I've mentioned that she's a terraforming droid slash
nice.
robot, so we can maybe do a bit on terraforming in general.
I love the image of an Infinite Sky robot roaming around, basically just like Johnny Appleseed, spreading seeds everywhere, and then just when their job is done, just keeling over forwards. Like,
Is that the only
kind of
functionality of the Infinite Sky? It's like you're basically just a bag of seeds with two
No,
metallic
there's
arms and
other
little feet.
stuff.
So you just sort of like,
pocket
You
seeds,
know there's other
pocket
stuff,
seeds.
Ali. Surprise seeds!
but
I was gonna say on the theme of like if we're gonna do like terraforming, I feel like doing a D&D brief on Braxigantu might be nice because it's like where are we?
I would like to hold that off
Okay,
because for my character that could be quite a big thing.
Adam has just
but
asked.
I'm running.
Sorry, Adam has just asked the chat why I have a metal arm. Is it to dig?
Big?
And I will save that discussion right now. It is not to dig. Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons and digging. D&D and D.
And now it's D&D
Surprisingly,
and
I came up with most of the stupid names for the show.
D&D and S.
D&D and D&S.
Yeah.
Din-dins. Bates, when you were doing your entangle spell, just explain to me again how that worked.
Wow.
Obviously, it was quite clear. The pocket seeds. No, so
I love that stuff.
so she has a lot of pluripotent stem cells. Is basically how it all begins. I haven't quite worked out. I assume they're just inside her chassis somewhere, and she then has chemicals, hormones, and various signifiers that can cause the cells to develop into certain cells and therefore plants. And so it would be, but it's happening like super quick.
Well, presumably, the way that a terraforming robot would work is you would also pack nutrients in along with the seed.
Right.
You can get like seed grenades now, right, which are like
Pocket
nutrients
bomb.
with
Seed bombs.
Incredibly dangerous.
Seed bomb.
But yeah, presumably it's not just the seeds; it's nutrients and like a starter kick.
The hormones, like you
He's
said.
gone again.
Oh no!
No!
Shamini,
Chat kept saying
pick
dig,
a side.
though.
Just
Dig?
move.
Dig?
Oh no, there you go. We're all right.
At some point, what level is it that druids get? Hang on, got my trusty
Oh,
book.
that's what happened.
Oh, I thought those were Pokemon cards.
What? But no, they're my spell cards that I'm not using because I'm using D&D Beyond. But I can't find it. What is it? What's it even called? I should know this. Move Earth or something. Because then I'm kind of imagining that when they actually go, they're actually quite a high level druid, and they're able to like terraform and like, but also like shape mountains and shape like the entire landscape and things. But that's in my head, and Ali might say no.
So from
But
from a roleplay perspective, it could make sense if your unit has degraded over time.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, to like your basic form.
We don't know because we don't know how long it's been because I don't know what year it is.
But I'm just wondering, like from a scientific perspective, if you have, there you are, just debagging your seeds, right, all over the shop. Like, what is the actual fastest that a biological seed can physically grow?
And what's the limit on speed? Because that's the most hard to explain thing about this. Like, what is it that limits rate of biological growth? Is it just it can't just be access to
the nutrients? No, there'd have to be something else to speed it up.
Just random little machines for like just a full pace. Like, what could you achieve in
Is there
6
basic
seconds?
mechanical limit to the speed that like DNA can replicate all the little protein?
Would it be a heat thing?
I'm actually wondering if it's an entropy thing. Because like one of the definitions of life is that it's one of the only things that increases local entropy. Like everything else, entropy decreases because the disorder of the universe is increasing. Oh, sorry, no, the other way around. It's the only thing that decreases local entropy. Sorry.
Yeah.
And so you could say that actually, from you could even look at it from like an information perspective, like what is the limits to how quickly you can increase entropy in a tiny area, which would be most keenly felt in DNA, I would imagine.
What is the limit on of de-entropizing stuff? Fuck.
Oh, but how is that?
That's an easy question. We'll cover that in one of the 1-minute videos next week. I'm sure it'll be.
Yeah, that'll be me, won't it? Yeah, great.
Yeah.
No,
It's being next week, Simon. So stem cells and entropy.
as a biologist, right? I'm like, yeah, the little proteins are doing their thing. The proteins don't know what entropy is. Like, how is that actually?
Yeah, but they're still subject to it.
How is it like? What is actually like? What do you mean when you say like? How is it influencing anything? Like, yeah, I'm not. I don't.
Or you actually asked
might
me a
have been
question.
was like on
I
the
don't
kind
get
of the track, because I mean, if you drive what stops a car from going at 8 million miles an hour, right? It just the wheels get too hot and then the whole thing explodes, right?
Yeah,
It's true. Okay.
So
Yeah.
presumably, have you seen that graphic of the little walking protein that just sort of walks along?
Yeah.
It's like swaying its head.
We
Like
are
that-
nerds. That's great.
Yes, I'm so glad you've all seen that, and it's carrying us on a big track,
Everyone's seen that. Yeah.
right? So presumably, like that, at some point, it's walking so quickly along this thing that it melts it.
Turns up? No, surely not. Okay, that probably is true, but there must be something that stops it before that point even comes. Like there has to be another limiting factor, I'm sure.
It's carrying a big wobbly sack behind it, right? Big, and it's big. So presumably there's like friction from all the jelly, in the cell against the
I
sack.
don't think you're ready for this, Jim.
Yeah, to be fair, at the scale, the like relative like viscosity of things is also probably going to be a slowing factor.
Oh, viscosity!
Sorry, I'm just
Oh.
hypothesizing here. We don't know, but
Can we
sounds
please just bring this away from the primary school playground level?
Please.
Of a sack of jelly.
Jelly.
Oh, the sack of jelly and the big sack that it's dragging. But no, the viscosity point is an interesting one because at like we could, that is something perhaps to talk about in the DnDebrief next week is how viscosity affects tiny scale biological processes, because you have something like the Reynolds number which typifies how turbulent a flow is, and that is completely dependent on the scale that you are looking at. So like a fluid like the atmosphere is turbulent when you look at it on like the scale of this room, but if you're considering it from the perspective of like a single bacterium, it's completely viscous. So that is probably, and then the properties of air change depending on the effective viscosity.
Kaz is in chat suggesting that like necrotic damage and things like that could like use that and target those kind of
Viscosity.
Oh,
Viscotic damage.
rather than necromancy.
Also, Cass was in
Well,
chat
that's
saying
fine too,
that Ali, if you do kill these characters, she will come and find you.
Because oh my god, Cass.
You'll never be able to find me.
Oh, I love them.
How pretty they
Just
are.
quickly.
Look how pretty they are.
Like we're very like they're wonderful. Cass is wonderful. The artwork is wonderful, and
It is so wonderful.
And love.
Viscous love. Yeah, it's
No!
just so.
God's
Stop
sake.
it. With your jelly sacks and your viscous love. Stop it.
I just say what's in my squanch. That's all I do. No?
I've never heard it used as a noun before.
Squanch? Oh. No, Rick and Morty? Oh, well.
Yeah, but like
So
so
do
you
we-
say like I squanched this. You wouldn't say that I.
Yeah.
You're saying whatever's in my squanch.
He says, I say what's in. You just say what's in your squanch, and then. Well, I guess it's contextual anyway, so.
I have a very important question. Should I be infinite or infinity? Because
I mean,
I kind of like infinity. I literally said to you earlier today, Simon.
Yes.
I don't want to be.
Simon, I cannot believe you did that. That was
Should we call you Sky? And I was like,
dick move.
no.
my character is like a nail. It is a very. It's. He has a charisma stat of 7.
No,
Like,
Simon.
he doesn't get over
This is
people.
this is not a character
About
thing.
your character.
This is a you thing.
Emily asked you.
If somebody says my name's Infinite Sky, can I abbreviate that to Sky?
Yeah, agreed.
Emily asked you
That's
not
what the
to do
character
that.
would say. I know. I
It's
remember
not
that
an
you said
excuse
that.
for your behaviour. You, Simon, are responsible for your character's actions. Don't be a dick.
But it's not the character being a dick. It's my character being socially incompetent.
No, it's not your character being a dick. It's you being a dick.
It's you ignoring
You
what
are
I.
responsible.
It's you and your character merging and actually having the same.
No, my character
And
and
hating
I,
me.
my
Happened
character and
to
I
both of
both hate bazaars
See,
and
Dan says
marketplaces.
Infinity sounds amazing, and I agree, Dan. Infinity does sound amazing. So can we change it to Infinity?
Right, we'll change
Sorry,
it to
Simon.
Infinity.
You could have written Infinite Sky 6000 with the serial number, but you chose not to do that.
It's
That
a
was
tiny
the
box.
request.
I
The
had a
request
tiny
was the full
box to
serial
fit the
number.
name in. Right.
Press the full serial number in box was denied.
Right, hang on. I need now to go to your character page. Here we go. Oh. Wait, did I? Oh. I already did it on this one. Never mind.
Yeah, the big one already said it.
Yeah, that does explain Emily going, no!
It does. It does, Cass, because I said specifically earlier today, please don't call my character Sky.
Really,
Player
really.
knowledge is not character knowledge. I'm digging this hole, okay?
No.
Yeah, no,
You're
we're
not
gonna
allowed
have
to.
words about this. So I'm gonna have opinions.
It's debatable about if Simon is really playing. No, I am not. I'm not a half metal monk.
Did someone say dig?
Dig.
So this went fantastically well for a
It
first
went so well. We're really, really pleased.
obviously,
Tech flawless.
we had a few tech problems. We'll see if we can fix them by next week.
Flawless
Which, as we say,
technology.
it's not going to be a mainline episode, if you like. It's going to be the DnDebrief. It sounds like we've got a couple of things that we're going to talk about.
Wait, what was the second one? I've got terraforming written down.
And viscosity, I've written. down.
Viscosity.
Yeah, the limits on.
And I think we should talk about entropy as well.
Yeah, well, the limits on biological growth.
Zach?
Like,
Yeah, limits on biological growth.
that's a
Sounds
really hard question. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
kicking it off. Unfortunately, I'm the only one who kind of did a spell or anything that sort of needed sciencing.
You
So
guys
I
have
think
spells?
I avoided doing anything.
you're a monk. You'll get some shit soon. When you're stunning striking people, we'll be like, "What are you doing, Simon? How exactly is that working, please?" So get thinking.
I was going to actually.
Just use it, not once.
Yeah, I
a
cast
point-
fist. That's my current power. Thank you, Cass.
There's a point where I was going to actually use one of my actual abilities on my actual character sheet. It was very exciting. And then the dude dropped me and I was like, oh well, back to running away.
More running away. We could do fear response, fight or flight.
Yeah.
He didn't mechanically have to drop me, I don't think. Entangle just, I believe, stops movement rather than...
He was
Well, no, but
restrained.
I think from a perspective of
Restrained.
just like, you know, if I was
Let me
holding
check it.
somebody and a bunch of plants started crawling up my legs out of nowhere, I would probably drop what I was
Yes,
doing.
yes. Well, that's exactly. It was a sort of psychological reaction. It's his fear
Exactly.
we should think about.
I do want to say, however, before we wrap everything up, we have had some people subscribing, and they're not showing up on my feed, so I do apologise, guys, but I don't actually have a record. But we did just have a donation coming from Wheeze McGee, better known as Dan Hanvey. This is a golden stream. I can see this world is going to be amazing. Thank you, Dan. I'm really looking forward to the world building. Ali has built as we saw a
my God.
teaser of it in our one shot that we did a couple of months ago now. And yeah, there's
Where we
a lot
doomed
of
the
interesting
universe.
stuff. Well, we doomed a part of the universe, you know.
God,
I mean, that one shot is in the same universe. I'm just
Sybil,
putting it
it's
out
going to
there.
come back to...
We're going to have to fight our characters and they're going to kill us.
And Dr. Sally LePage has just subbed up with Prime
no.
Gaming. Thank you very much, Sally.
Oh, I know. Sally.
And there were some more subscriptions earlier. I do apologise, but they're not coming up on my feed because all the tech worked perfectly in the stream, obviously.
Oh my god.
You did great. Ali, you did great. Don't worry about the internet. You did fantastic. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, just
We
like
love
if
you,
I ever
Ellie.
go offline again, you just imagine me running downstairs to the router and
Is that what you were doing?
smashing my face
Oh, right,
against
no.
it,
Okay.
and then coming back.
It was.
Get me into the.
That's probably why it's broken, Ali.
Or just
It can't need all these cables.
Break a few of them up, is it?
Smashing,
I'll just unplug these cables with my head.
smashing your face against something specifically is the new turn it off and on again.
Is that our side quest is to fix Ali's router?
Absolutely.
Also, like the reason
That should have been
the reason that we shouldn't have been surprised that Ali just stabbed my character to begin with, the one shot, Ali just made us all roll constitution checks to when we began. When
that
we
was
played
good. I
one
enjoyed
shots
that a
with him
lot.
before, he's tried to kill us in all number of
He
ways.
always tries to kill us.
I don't want you dead. I just want you awake.
We do have the audio of that brain one that Ali did
Oh, we
with the Scottish guy.
Yeah.
That like we were playing. We
No,
played. It
you
was,
don't
it was
have that.
we do have the audio. I've got it on Google Drive. So maybe like in the future we can release the horrendous audio from us. One of the first times we played together.
Hello.
And us talking about
but
doing
I
a
am
podcast
limited in
and
my-
whispering over
So
Miming. That's when we did the miming.
mimes.
the original pitch from that meeting was ASM RPG, where we
Yeah.
where it's a
I'm gonna do that one day.
D&D set in the A Quiet Place universe. Where we're like,
So lovely.
and I
Oh my
cast.
god.
Welcome everyone to ASM RPG.
Now, Adam is just. Thank you very much, Adam, for finding this for me. Today we had subs from Deslar, Johnsworth, Taneb Zero, and Solar Emily, as well as Sally. So thank you very much, everybody. That is going to be going towards this project, which is going to be its own thing. We are hoping to do this for quite some time. So if it does sort of become more popular and we can get to do perhaps one shots, we can commission more art and actually do lots of exciting things in this universe and with this campaign. So by
Ali and
subbing and
Naruto.
donating, you're directly supporting.
We're going Ali and Uruta. Stage 1. Ali will be upgraded to the highest speed internet we can find.
Oh, darling.
Oh, and,
Darling.
Adam has sent me the messages. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't know why Twitch is also failing today. Like, it's really not a happy bunny today.
What a day for the
It must have
internet.
been
After this week as well.
Yeah, it quickly got worse.
Since we've been targeted.
So, Tanner,
Desla, I just think that's someone I used to go to school with. Is that you, Des? Can you just put in chat and then I'll stop talking to everyone? But I got really excited when I saw his name. Carry on.
So we had
Use
two
it
messages.
as a dating tool, Emily. Do it.
No.
Ali.
We had two messages earlier. One from Solar Emily saying, sorry for the brief absence, been busy as heck the past couple of weeks, but subbed up for 14 months in total, over a year. Thank you, Emily. And to Taneb, been subbed up for a half year now. I'm ready for some dice rolling. Whoa, it had some hardcore dice rolling action. In retrospect, my first roll was a 14, but that was with a plus
First
1
roll
modifier,
campaign.
which meant that my first roll was a 13, actually on the dice, which might have explained why this first session was a little bit cursed.
Yes.
So
Superstition.
yeah.
It is Des. Hi, Des. How you doing? Sorry, I won't. I'll just chat. I was waiting for years. Anyway, sorry.
Me or D-Nick is just putting dig.
Dig.
He's trying to break Ali's internet again. That's the trigger word, right? Careful, everyone. Careful.
That's what we do. If Ali's about to kill us, just everyone type dig in chat, and then hopefully his internet will switch off, and we'll be fine.
That will be an emote. That will be like shovel. Like, quick, get them out of this problem. Dig.
Dig.
Dig for
normally the other way.
victory. Dig for victory.
Dig.
There were an impressive, by the way, Ali, number of fully fleshed out and named and accented NPCs.
Yeah.
In the first
my God.
episode, I was like, "This. Oh, it's someone else. Oh, it's someone else."
Scrapped, Mugsy,
Oh
and
my God.
Isvan?
Istvan,
Isvan?
Istvan.
which is
Istvan.
a very famous
Ivan.
planet in
Gonna be
Warhammer
back.
40,000, which brought me out of the setting for just a second.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Istvan, you?
Istvan 3 or 4? Yes, so those were all the messages that we've had. So thank you. I think that's a good point to wrap it up. Well, so we are going to be putting this out as a podcast, heavily edited, probably.
This one
for
will be
episode.
edited a lot, yeah.
And we will be putting this out on the DnDebrief, RPGeeks YouTube channel as a video on demand. So perhaps if you've only caught the end, you can see the whole fustercluck that happened today in video form. And then next week, we're going to be doing the DnDebrief. Oh, and the science check videos that you saw will be being put up on TikTok. And are they going on the YouTube channel as well?
Yeah, I think we're going to do
So,
shorts, maybe.
figure out how
on it.
to work
Yeah.
YouTube Shorts, which I've only just launched.
Yeah. But basically, all the components that you saw today, whether that's the main gameplay, this discussion included, or the shorts, they will be going out to the internet elsewhere for you to consume however you wish. But I think that's probably a good point to call it for tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We've realised this one has been a bit suboptimal, to use something my character would definitely say. But we hope that you enjoyed, and we'll be back next week at the same time for a almost certainly slightly shorter show where we talk about some of the science that we encountered.
Science.
And then in 2 weeks' time, we'll have a new router for Ali and a new chapter in the adventure, hopefully. We are all going to die.
We're going to die.
Thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. Guys, do you want to say good night?
Good night.
Good night.
Well, and it's good night from them.
Right?
Yeah, thanks everybody, and we'll be back next week. It's goodbye from them. Good night.